My name is Thomas Varsas, and I am the owner of Chile Con Canario Presa Canario Kennel. We have been breeding Presas for more than 6 years. In the past I have been breeding American Staffordshire Terriers, and when I first met the Presa Canarios, my first impression was that they are a bigger version of Amstaffs. As I got to know them more, I skipped this opinion and discovered what really they are. Today I think that they are a special Molosser type of dog, who cannot be compared to any other dog breeds. To tell you the truth, we completely fell in love with this majestic breed. When we started breeding, it was very difficult to get appropriate information in connection with them, as, fortunately, they are not a very popular breed. One of the first questions was of course that besides that I love them, what can I use them for in my everyday life? When I began to deal with them seriously, I noticed that even among Presas, there are a lot of differences in character, outlook and behavior. What is more, when we began breeding there were a lot of quarrels in connection with that how this breed should be called, Dogo Canario. Presa Canario, or what? Thanks God, the Spanish Dog Organization and the FCI decided that only the Presa Canario name will be used in the future. Primarily we were preparing for show breeding, but as we live in a very large territory, which is more than 35 acres, it was also important that my dogs excel in territory guard work and against boars, who frequently visit our territory in herds. It is a constant breeding goal for us that our dogs should be okay in shows, and at the same time they should be fit for everyday tasks as well. If we look at the history of the breed, it will be absolutely clear what the Gauchos, the Spanish-speaking inhabitants of the Canary Island, used these dogs for. The Presa was an all-round dog who were used as hunters, as catch dogs, and guarding purposes. If needed, they were guarding cattle, they helped to catch them at the butchers, and they were used for dog fights as well. These instincts are still in them as they are tough characters, and they tend to fight with other dogs as well. They have a strong hunting instinct and they tend to handle almost all animals as prey, so they require a strong hand and a lot of attention from the part of their owners. In general, they learn very easily, they are very intelligent, and they work very well as guard dogs, or like at us, as an all-round dog. One thing is extremely important in connection with them, and that is that this breed should work all time, so that they can preserve their mental and physical abilities. A good question is that for whom this breed is ideal and recommended? This breed is very energetic and high-tempered, and as I mentioned, they have to work, and you have to find tasks for them to be solved. If there are no tasks, they will find one for themselves, and it is not an ideal thing for them and for their owners. If the Presa Canario is bored, they are able to destroy their surroundings, they are not for this purpose. If we talk about Presa Canarios, we see, for example on shows, that there is the type, which is primarily for show purposes, and there are working lines, who are leaner and closer to the Spanish Alanos in outlook and temperament. In our breeding work we try to combine these features and create the ideal Presa, who can excel in both fields. If we are talking about the character of this breed, otherwise it is a topic about what I can talk about for hours, I can say that for a dominant, leader type of strong male it is almost impossible to live together with other dominant males of any dog breeds. Bitches can be kept together much more easily, except the season when they are in heat. We, for example, can work them in a smaller pack quite easily. They are a Molosser type with a large body, who mature quite late, so if you own this breed, you have to concentrate on their proper feeding and cautious activities when they are young and growing up. If you have enough time and build up these dogs as it is the best for them, you will find a lot of joy and happiness in living together with them. In my personal opinion, the personality to whom I would not recommend this breed are those who do not have enough time for them, or they cannot accept them as an active part of their lives. The Presa Canario feels well if they are close to their owners, if they spend many times with their family. If this part is missing from their lives, so they are closed or chained, they will be prone to aggressiveness or lethargy, and none of these state of minds are preferable for anybody. All in all, those persons should choose this breed who can integrate their dogs to their everyday life, and in this case, owning a Presa will be a great experience. According to my experiences, the Presa Canario is absolutely fit for guard and protection work even without extensive trainings. With many of our dogs reached a very high IPO level in work, they work as well as German Shepherds or any other classical German guard dog breeds. As they are very work-oriented, if you do not do guard work training with them, create other activities, even playing with family members can be one of these. Few breeds are so family-centered like them. Sometimes we feel that there is, in quotes, too much of them. How they are dealing with strangers is a completely different thing, as they do not accept anybody outside the family circle easily or at all. If the stranger comes together with the owner, they should not have to be locked, but they will make the stranger feel that he is not accepted at all. In connection with their health, we have to admit that dysplasia is a danger for them, as they are a big molosser type of dog with a heavy bone structure. In breeding, dysplasia screening is a must, and those ones who are prone to dysplasia should be closed out from selection and breeding. Like in the case of all large breeds, you should be careful with bloat, but skin diseases are not widespread among them. For God's sake, above these things we do not know about any other health problems that would be characteristic of Presa Canarios. Their average lifespan is 8 to 10 years. In connection with feeding, you have to know that they are prone to obesity, they can eat anything and in any amount or quantity. So, to keep them lean, muscular and healthy, you have to be severe to keep to the advised amounts and energy levels. If you plan to buy a Presa Canario, I sincerely advise you to decide what you would like to use your dog for. If you decided, try to find the right breeder even from show or working line. Before making a decision, you should visit the breeder, see the parents, and talk with the breeder. To miss these steps from the choosing procedure can be a big mistake and can lead to disappointment later.